Hello, in this video we will be using the CPK formula to determine whether a process is capable of consistently producing items that fall within our customer's tolerance limits. So we have an average for the process and a standard deviation, and the upper and lower tolerance limits as we have come to understand them from our customers. The customers tell us what the tolerance limits are. So we have the formula CPK, and we will take two fractions, and whichever one is smaller, that's the number we are going to be looking at. And if that number is less than 1, the process is not capable. If it's greater than 1, the process is capable. In a nutshell, what we're doing is we're looking to see if the average is less than 3 standard deviations from both tolerance limits, or if it's more than 3 standard deviations from both tolerance limits. So if it's less than 3 standard deviations from one of the tolerance limits, the process is not capable. But rather than having to sort that all out for ourselves, we have this formula, which might look a little ugly, but actually it's just simplifying the whole process for us. So we will say CPK equals the minimum of these two fractions. We have X bar, the average, 10,500. We'll subtract the lower tolerance limit, which is 8,000, and we'll divide it by 3 standard deviations. And our standard deviation is 600, so that's the first half. Then the other half, we have the upper tolerance limit, 12,000, minus the average, 10,500. Divide by 3 times our standard deviation of 600. So we have equal the minimum of 10,500 minus 8,000 is 2,500, and 3 times 600 is 1,800. Then on the top here, on the other side, we have 1,500 divided by 1,800. So we'll say it's equal to the minimum of 2,500 divided by 1,800 is 1.38, and 1,500 divided by 1,800 is 0.83. So the minimum of those is obviously 0.83, and that is less than 1. So we're going to say the process is not capable. So that's all we have to do. Take the upper tolerance limit and subtract the average from it, divide by 3 standard deviations, and then take the average and subtract the lower tolerance limit from it, divide by 3 standard deviations, and then whichever one is smaller, compare that to the number 1. If you want a picture of what's going on here, we have our tolerance limits are at 12,000 and at 8,000. And so the middle of that would be obviously 10,000. And in our case, the average 10,500, if this is 10,000, this would be 11, so 10,500 is right there. And if we look at how big 3 standard deviations is, 1,800, that's going to take us past 12,000. So I can't draw a standard deviation to save my life, but the problem is 3 standard deviations up from the average takes us past the upper tolerance limit of our customers. So in a nutshell, the process capability calculation CPK is a very quick, easy way to decide if a process as it's currently functioning is capable of meeting our customers' tolerance specifications. I hope this has been helpful.